welcome back everyone to this week's segment of Crime Stoppers. Sergeant Jake Hall and Investigator Rick Jones are here with the Amory Police Department. Guys, it is the last day of 2024 and we've kind of got some good news from y'all. So we were going to talk about two topics and you guys kind of actually ended up catching them. So Jake, talk to me about those two cases.
So the case that we were going to talk about, Investigator Rick Jones, it was his case. So
Okay.
I'll let him give you the details on that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Just before Christmas on December the 20th,
Okay.
just after 6 o'clock at night, we had a shooting in Amory there on Concord Avenue. It was started out as a domestic incident,
Gotcha.
which ended up into a shooting. They fired multiple rounds into the house as they were leaving and went by the soccer game there by the high school.
Okay.
After searching from the 20th till yesterday, we actually apprehended the two suspects in Pontotoc. We apprehended them at yesterday afternoon around 6 o'clock-ish.
Okay.
So, that was good
Well,
news.
that's good news for that, yeah. And so talk to me, do we see more domestic violence incidents during the holiday season? I know there have been reports before, but I didn't know if personally you guys see it.
Yes, there's an influx in it, and a lot of it has to do not only with family that doesn't spend a lot of time together normally coming together, but also what the weather's doing. If it's colder outside, drives people inside. Close proximity to family members, especially if you start adding a little alcohol or substance in the mix, and then we start seeing problems.
And so let's also talk about that. There may be people watching this who are in a domestic violence situation. What is maybe something you can recommend to them? I know a lot of victims are scared to do anything or to speak out.
The biggest piece of advice that we can have is to step up and tell someone. That's the first step in the process, is to make your situation known, and then to take that first step into doing something about it.
Yes. All right. So I also want to talk about New Year's Eve is tonight. So we know several people are going to be out, possibly drinking. You guys, I'm going to assume, are going to be up on patrol.
Yes. Big holidays is New Year's, 4th of July. We see an increase in alcohol consumption. Obviously, people have to get from A to B, and some people take that risk sometimes of getting behind the wheel after they've had too much to drink. So, we're out and about to try to keep the public safe.
Now, Mr. Rick, talk to me about in roadblocks, specifically, I guess, on a holiday weekend like this, or week. What are we looking for specifically when we're pulling over an individual?
We actually call them safety checkpoints, not roadblocks.
Okay, my bad, y'all.
When we do a safety checkpoint and the car pulls up to our checkpoint, we're looking at their eyes.
Okay.
Do we smell anything? How they're talking. 9 times out of 10, it's the average person just trying to get to the house. But usually, you get those 1 or 2 that come through that are intoxicated, and we have to do our jobs and take them to jail.
Exactly. So whenever it comes to the safety checkpoints, if we do see an individual that seems to be under the influence, what are the protocols then?
So we have several tests that we can administer on the roadside to determine whether or not someone, we believe them to be over the legal limit or be impaired. One is standardized field sobriety, and then the PBT, the portable breathalyzer test. Those two things, based upon what their results from those two things, and just engaging someone in conversation. Whether they exhibit signs and symptoms of being under the influence.
Interesting. And so I also want to talk about, obviously, you said we got good news that we got the 2 suspects we were looking for. But, starting the new year, we'll have new investigations and cases. And we always want to remind people, if you guys know anything about anything, I know you guys are very good at updating people on Facebook, to contact Amory Police or Crime Stoppers. Your tips can help lead to an arrest. Thanks, guys, so much for coming in. We'll see you guys later.